it's very confusing. I really don't know how to get. I didn't know how to get upstairs to use the elevator, and now getting downstairs also is hard for me because they don't have proper signage of where the elevator is. And you can mess up your pants. I was downstairs. They told me to go upstairs with the police. Said the bathroom downstairs closed. The upstairs is okay to you. I came upstairs. They came with the police immediately. And they're laughing. And they're trying to provoke whenever this Ocho says she wants immigrant deported. Anytime there's any problem in this country, an immigrant does something wrong, they target me. Like they said that some immigrant beat up the police some days ago, and Ocho says she wants them deported. I'm an activist. I speak about my mother being killed also. She had a heart attack. She came to this bus terminal from Pittsburgh in 2015, and she was having a heart attack. They took her to a private hospital. That private hospital didn't want her, they sent her to Bellevue. And her daughters came, her daughters, Bolani and Flora, Finn mental illness on her, and got her killed, for their own illicit gain. As an immigrant, it's hard for me to get justice for my mother, and I'm being ridiculed, and this Ocho says she wants immigrants deported, and anytime they issue an order like that, the system of immigrants beat up police officers, and the Ocho says she wants them deported, and she doesn't have the right to say that. She can't influence court decisions. That's left for the courts and the jury system, and everybody is innocent until proven guilty. So I don't know who's signing people after me now. They don't let me use the bathroom as an immigrant. They're trying to make me look I'm crazy. I'm not mentally valid, and I believe they're trying to remove me so I won't get any. I won't be able to handle my case in court because I want to sue the NYPD, Bellevue Hospital, and a whole lot of them for the abuses that's happened to me. And they believe if they can just call me crazy and have somebody else deputize for me, and the person, wouldn't care so much about justice. I think that this is what they're trying to obstruct justice through fraud. Because since they killed my mother, I filed a lawsuit against Bellevue Hospital, and I said I want justice, and they've been impeding my justice. So they believe they can just move me out of the way, just pay some other person money, and and do whatever means. I'm not married, I'm single, I don't have any children. So I don't know what means they want to use. So the only means is to call me crazy. Because the only way they can get somebody to represent you is to either kill you and claim you are married to somebody. And I told her I'm not married to anybody. I'm not looking for marriages. Anybody making a marriage proposal, you're out of luck. I'm not into marriage. I'm not looking for marriage. Or anything. I'm not looking to have a child. I'm looking for surrogate. So they're just trying to make me look crazy. So in that case, they can just say by reason of your mental insanity, someone else has to represent you in court. And my mother's daughter feigned mental illness on my mother, and God had killed Bolani and Flora. So I don't, so they're already compromised. And I don't know if that's what they're trying to do, to harm me and get somebody like that in charge of my case. And there's nobody else that can represent me. Only international human rights organization can represent me in case anything happens to me and get justice for me and my mother. And I don't want to, in case I'm killed, I don't want my body parts used to create children, and I want my body to be cremated. And I'm not interested in any frozen nitrogen treatment. They say if you're harmed, they can keep you frozen for a long time, in the hospital through frozen nitrogen. I don't want any frozen nitrogen treatment. So this is just barbaric. They deny me access to the bathroom, and they used to tell me we're going to get you to kill yourself. I think they're trying to commit murder by suicide. To make me look I'm fighting the police, I'm depressed. And they want to render me unsanitary. They want my pants messed up. This is barbaric torture going on under this Ocho. And I've already appealed to Eric Adams. He was helping people that were removed from their apartments like me, giving them motel rooms. I was removed from my basement apartment in 2010. Eric Adams was helping me with the court papers. The police went and choked him dead. So this is what's going on. So Eric Adams wouldn't help me. I sent videos to him on Twitter. And it was helping Black Americans that were vacated from their apartment last year. I told him I've been vacated from my apartment since 2010, and the law in New York says you have to help anyone vacated, put them in a hotel room permanently to find housing to go to. So this is what's going on. So I'm being ridiculed, and I'm being set up to look like I'm a crazy person, violent, crazy immigrant. And this is torture and abuse. They don't let me use the bathroom. They render me unsanitary. They want to have hemorrhoids. They don't let me use the bathroom. And so they're medieval torture. Medieval torture is what's going on. And this is how they stop my day. There's another Black American they have on Chambers and Greenwich. I was trying to avoid them. It works today, and they always try to set me up for an attack to get me arrested by the police or put me in a psych ward. So they have me jump everywhere. That's why I came to Port Authority today. Usually I'm Chambers and Greenwich, but the park there, the Black American works there today and yesterday, Saturday and Sunday. And it works there on weekdays also. Anytime he sees me, he tries to set me up for a violent attack. So And Ocho says she wants the immigrants deported. And it's trying to set me for a violent competition with the police. So this is medieval torture. This is Black History Month. I'm an African being treated like a slave. Eric Garner was trying to help me with my court papers in 2014 because the NYPD removed me and my mother from my basement apartment, and my mother went on WB11 and said the NYPD is committing terrorism after they removed us from my basement apartment. And so one NYPD commissioner, former NYPD commissioner, who has been arrested for something else and put in prison for something else, said to the media after that some people have loser children living in the basement. And since then, Eric Garner was followed, choked to death, and my mother was killed also. Her daughter's payments are innocent on her. It's just a series of evil and injustice. I contacted the Nigerian embassy. They believe so much in the American justice system. They will bring Nigerians here to answer for fraud against white Americans. And when I contacted them about Eric Garner's case, my mother's case, I was put in a psych ward in 2019. I was choked down, and the police camera was recording everything. I asked the Nigerian embassy to investigate that. I was choked in July 20, 2019 as the Eric Garner family was going to court against the NYPD again. They said they want the Eric Garner killer removed from the job. Because after I killed Eric Garner in 2014, he was still working with the NYPD for 5 years. So in 2019, the Eric Garner family went back to court to get him removed from the job. So as I'm about to issue the ruling against the NYPD came and choked me down and put me in the psych ward on July 20, 2019. They put me in NYU Psychiatric Hospital on Bay Ridge and 4th Avenue in Brooklyn. And I called the Nigerian embassy from the psych ward, said there's a police camera that recorded the incident that was provoked. They sent the guy to be rubbing his hand and all over my body, on my head, and he always does that. I told him to stop doing that. I don't know him. And the police came and slammed me on the floor and began choking me. So, and Nigeria has a bilateral relationship with the U.S. government to investigate crimes. They always bring Nigerians here. The Nigerian government will bring Nigerians here to answer for fraud charges against white Americans. And they deliberately refused to help me. The Nigerian government promised to help me through the embassy, and they refused talking to me. I told them my mother has been killed, my friend Eric Garner has been killed, I was put in a psych ward. I said the NYPD has a hand in this. There's evidence. I have evidence in my storage. Since then, my storage has been raided and robbed. I don't know why the Nigerian government is doing this, why the NYPD continues to do this, and the American government also is looking away. My mother reached out to the U.S. government. So Twitter, Black Lives Matter, please. You have to help ensure justice. I'm not looking for marriage. I'm not looking for children. I'm not looking for anybody to take over my right. I just want justice. And it's not too much for me to ask. So please, they turn New York into something else. This is barbaric. What this Ocho is doing is barbaric. And she can't use that white privilege to escape this. If a black person was doing this, they will be in prison. If a white black person does this against any white, even look at Stormy Daniels. A lawyer was doing something to her, abusing her, and she's already in prison serving 30 years. So what is going on? This Ocho is saying she wants immigrants deported because they beat up police around this area. And anytime she says something like that, I'll be getting jumped everywhere. Even, last year also, she had the police station at the World Trade Center. I normally go there to use the bathroom. She had the National Guard. U.S. National Guard station. She controls the U.S. National Guard as a governor's control National Guard. So she had them stationed at the World Trade Center. I usually go there to use the bathroom, and they will have like thugs coming and harass me in the bathroom. Civilians, they'll be acting very thug-like. I don't know who was paying those people to harass me, and then they'll call the police on me or call the police when they're harassing me. And then the National Guard will keep coming to the bathroom regularly, creating an intimidating presence. And I said last year there was a snowstorm. A black American nurse was trapped in a snowstorm in Buffalo, and she called 911, and they told her to wait, but there was no National Guard to help her. The National Guard, the Ocho left them in a World Trade Center where I was being harassed and intimidated. And they said, and the family of that nurse, she's a 23-year-old, said they want investigation. So I've been reporting about this Ocho. I don't know how she's running in New York, but anytime I talk about her or record them, I'm getting jumped. And lately she said she wants immigrants deported for attacking the police. And it's like, this police are trying to fight me. To make me look I'm part of the immigrants attacking police, I need to be deported or need to accept the psych ward. So this Ocho is running New York in a barbaric manner, and she can't be on a white privilege. I could be harmed any moment. They don't let me use the bathroom. People are complaining. They're rendering me unsanitary, and they need to be held accountable. So that, please, Twitter, Black Lives Matter, Ocho can't remain governor and get away with this. There has to be an investigation. A black American nurse was killed last year. She's not held accountable. She's not being held accountable, and I can't even use the Port Authority. My mother was killed last time she came here in 2015. She had a heart attack. Her daughters followed her from Pittsburgh, followed her to the followed her to Bellevue Hospital, and said that we want her put in the psych ward. And my mother was saying it was just after money, because they heard I was filing a lawsuit against the NYPD, and they were trying to put my mother in psych ward so they can get power of attorney over my mother. So any money the NYPD would pay will go to them on behalf of my mother. Because when you have power of attorney over somebody, and they also, my mother said they were so desperate for money, they also were trying to carry out insurance fraud scheme, life insurance fraud scheme. I said one of our daughters, Flora, would go shopping in Mexico, and they were living a very expensive lifestyle. That's Flora would take her children to go shopping in Mexico, go visit and go to Disney World. And my mother was saying they were living a very expensive lifestyle. And the other daughter, Bola, she might be on drugs because she had temper tantrums. So they were living on sustainable lifestyle, and my mother is the sacrifice. And New York is so full of corruption now. Anybody can be a sacrifice. So this is what's going on. They don't let me use the bathroom. I have hemorrhoids, and they're laughing and disgracing me, and they believe that white privilege and ultra corruption will help them. Even if Eric Adams is not helping me. I contacted him on Twitter so many times. I'm an African. I don't know if they say historically there's a problem between Africans and Black Americans due to slavery. So I don't know why I'm being set up like this and nobody's helping me. But please, people, I need justice. I'm not looking for marriage. I'm not looking for children. I'm not looking for anybody to take over my rights in court. So please stop all these schemes, and please just help me get to court and get justice. There's an abuse corpses petition. In case I'm kidnapped somewhere, you can file a petition in court to find out my whereabouts. It's called abuse corpses. And it's also somebody sending thugs. They follow me around, and one of them was following me around on January 3rd, 2024, around 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. And followed me from here, 42nd Street to 34th Street and 8th Avenue, close to the New Yorker Hotel, and was telling me he wants to take me somewhere to a secret place. And he wouldn't speak. He was writing on a piece of paper, because there's NYPD surveillance all around this area. And also I'm under FBI surveillance, because I used to have an immigration court case in 2000. My mother brought me to the country. I had a green card stamp in my passport, and my mother had a green card, but immigration decided to arrest me, say children are not welcome in America. So I've just been through it. As a Nigerian transsexual, I've been 23 years of torture. Even when I was in Nigeria, I had problems there. I was being abused. My mother had to bring me here to save my life. And I applied for asylum and everything. The Nigerian government wouldn't help me either. So I've just had it really rough with all this corruption in the world. But I know I can get justice, because, there's an appointed time for everything. And I believe the time is now. I want all this matter addressed against the Nigerian government, against my mother's daughters, against the NYPD, killing my friend Eric Garner, against the U.S. government. So I need y'all to help me get justice. I'm not looking for marriage. I'm not looking for children. I'm not looking for anybody to take over my rights in court, to stop any scheme. And please just help me with justice. My mother used to help the Daily News also with their citizenship drive, and I contacted the Daily News already while I was in the psych ward, and they promised to help me. The NYPD choked me in July 20, 2019, and the Daily News has stopped contacting me. I was calling them from the psych ward, and please stop, new media, stop using the black life for sensationalism, because sometimes it sells more stories, or sells more newspapers if a black person is abused and killed. So I don't know why the Daily News refused to help me. I contacted them, they have my name, my full name. My mother used to work for them as a volunteer. They have a picture of her in the Daily News when she was alive. Bloomberg was mayor, and Bloomberg came to the Daily News Volunteer Center for Immigrant Citizenship Drive, and my mother took a picture with Bloomberg. That picture looked very much like my mother, and she was smiling. She wore glasses. She's now dead. And the Daily News is not helping me, and they have a tip line. I contacted a tip line, even at risk to my life, because abusers don't like when you report them. And I've been out here on the street since 2019. The Daily News is not helping me, and I'm being attacked again. I've snitched on many people, to the New York Daily News tip line, and they promised to help me, and all of a sudden they broke contact with me, and the silence, So Twitter, and the everyday people, please help me get justice. There's a petition you can file in court called Abuse Corpses to investigate Hocho on why I'm being held like a prisoner. I'm not allowed to use the bathroom. They're rendering me unsanitary, and people are complaining. So please help me find an abuse corpses petition so Hocho can answer in court. What is going on? What does she know about this? They said, there was a black American killed last year also. She left the National Guard that would have helped that black American. She left them in New York City while the Black American she was in Buffalo, the Black American female nurse was in Buffalo. I needed National Guard there. So that it's like they're misappropriating New York State money, and people are getting harmed, people are getting killed. So please, I need justice. They're not letting me use the bathroom. They're rendering me unsanitary. They want people to make fun of me, and people are complaining. So enough is enough. Ocho has to answer. She has no right to say she wants immigrant deported, and within 48 hours or within a few days, I'm feeling the pinch. They don't let me use the bathroom, and they're setting me up for deportation, and they have the Spanish workers laughing as the police are joining in, the white police. So this is horror. This is Black History Month, but it's still making it a Black Nightmare Month for blacks in America. This is February, Black History Month. And they've been ridiculing me. I'm getting robbed more often. So they're having white supremacy mixed with ethnic hate, with xenophobia. This is horror. So please, world, don't let Ocho get away with this. The Stormy Daniels lawyer is under arrest for obstructing justice for Stormy Daniels or whatever they charge him for. They don't let the whites get away with it when they do to other whites. So, and Ocho knows better. She has to be probed. There has to be an habeas corpus petition. I'm an immigrant suffering under this Ocho. And there has to be, the feds have to get involved. My life is not safe under this Ocho, and the Nigerian embassy is not helping me either. I don't know what paybacks people are planning to get from all this corruption. And if anything happens to me, only an international human rights organization that has not denied me help in the past should get justice for me and my mother, and any other assets should be used to get justice for people that are suffering xenophobia like me. And I've been and both the recipient of my charity and anyone representing me should not have denied me help in the past. I don't have any loving family member to help me. I've already told the U.S. immigration since 2000, so nobody should try to fake nothing. No room for fake love. I've been out here for 13 years on the street. Everyone's gonna try to help me, and the police took him dead. So no room for fake love. I don't have anybody that loves me to care for my justice. I've been out here for 13 years. I'm denied access to bathrooms. I'm out here. My IDs have been stolen. I can't get a hotel room easily. So I'm out here. So no room for fake love, no room for fraud. And please, I need justice for me and my mother. Thank you.